Hello, everyone who are watching us and listening to us. It's a pleasure to be here with you and with you, all my listeners. So before I run again my voice course, Unleashing Your Authentic Feminine Voice for Power and Impact from February, I would like to bring more voices to the space, to the online space, to our online fire space. So I'm more than happy to welcome Susan Tomasko. Thank you, Susan, for accepting my invitation to have
Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. So Susan was the group member of my last training in the course, and so it's really an honor to work with you. So my first question is just simply, how are you today?
Better and better and better. Thank you.
Great. I'm so happy, like I'm already smiling. I'm so happy to receive your warm energy. And so I think this energy was a big contribution for the group. So dear Susan, before we have worked together, what was the issues around your voice or around expressing yourself through the voice? Could you tell me something about this?
Mm-hmm. So my issue was that I stopped liking my voice, or even I felt like it has been changing over the years, specifically or especially last 2 years. And that was kind of more the organic or the more physical issue that I had. But how we met as well was through, I was actually I was on the search of my roots. And so yes, I think it was just through finding Hungarian sound and through you. It's even a deeper, I think it was more of a deeper search that I was on.
Yes.
And yeah, and when you suggested, well, why don't you join the course?
Yeah.
And since I've been doing some voice work, yeah, I felt like it was the right time, right thing to do.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy.
I know. It's challenging. I know.
but it was very comforting and very felt familiar, even though I don't have a lot of connection to Hungarian culture and Hungarian expression.
Just for listeners, because maybe it's not clear that when I pronounced Susan's name, Tomasko, and sorry, Susan is a certificate life coach and holistic body worker, but the way I pronounced your name, Tomasko, it's because you have Hungarian roots. So maybe it wasn't clear for the beginning that. So you were on finding your own roots through Hungarian sound. So sorry, I give it back to you.
No, it's yeah, it was I was very it was, I think, in February. I started to well, there's a story to it. My mom got sick last year with dementia, and somehow Hungary was coming up more and more. And also just what are my answers, like what are like who do I have behind me? And there was because both of my parents, they came in 1956, very young, and they were both cut off of their roots. I mean,
to Switzerland, right?
Yes, to Switzerland. And of course I'm really thankful for them, because they make their choice to be here. But then also Hungary for me is always like, it's not good. It's like, it's painful. And I was like, I never felt just that. I felt a lot of longing, a longing for this, feeling home, a longing to belong.
Beautiful.
Even if that's a global thing, like we all have that, but somehow I've never took really I wasn't active about that. And so I coincidentally, I watched a movie and you sang the last song, and I just bawled and it was a Jewish, I don't remember, it was a Jewish, I think it was a Jewish song.
So
Oh,
yeah.
So yes, for whatever that longing is and whatever that, it just feels like homecoming.
Yeah, and I'm so happy you reached out. And by the way, you reached out to me, oh, when is the next concert? So it was
Yes.
through music and through the song. So which is like, it's not just my personality, but through the song. So it says that songs has this power of linking, you know, cultures and generations together. So I'm really beautiful of hearing this quest of yours.
But then it became something else, of course.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if you were aware of this, right? Because we, on the first time, we just had a conversation, and then, okay, you come to my course. Okay, so then we worked together. So could you tell me more about the transformation that occurred through working together through those exercises?
So I noticed, and I think the most the strongest transformation that happened was when I had to record myself. Like, it took 10 times the first song, 10 times. I could not see myself without, like, it was horrible. I could not see, I could not hear myself. I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, of course, perfection came in there as well, but had to be thrown out right away.
Yeah.
Which was liberating. I mean, it was liberating. But then I noticed how much self-hatred I have. So that was a whole journey for itself. It was like, and then the more and more I practiced it, and with your feedback and input, the more I could, and you see, I am very analytic. I am very emotional, but at the same time, it's always, and it helps as well, of course.
Yes.
But when I could drop it into my physic, when I could drop in, when I could, like, arrive in myself, and when I would, like, you know, sit on the sofa, not care how it looks, and I would just try recording the songs with your feedback, and something really special happened. I started liking it more. Like,
this is music for my ears. I'm so happy. If there is one thing in my method that helps people the most, is this process that you just described. And I remember, just for my listeners, from the other side, what I got from you as the first homework, it was a beautiful human being singing a beautiful song of Johnny Mitchell, by the way, that we both love, in a beautiful way. So that's what I heard and I see. And of course, there were things that we can work on, but it was just like, what, like, beauty and sound just came through this video. Because just a little explanation for the listeners, that during my course, week by week, there is homework. So students needs to, it's an option, but I strongly advise and warmly invite them to send me videos of a favorite song, or of a specific songs we worked on. And this course is not especially not about singing, but singing is a tool for this process of getting to know yourself deeper, or being freed of self-judgment. And so technology is a great way to use that. And so probably that's when you wrote to me one of the nicest things also, that, Bea, my way of being and working with my clients is completely changed, because all this, you know, my voice is somehow heard. Is that right? That's what you have written to me.
Yeah, through the process, something magical really happened. I wasn't trying so hard anymore.
Yeah,
I was just not trying. And also, since I'm kind of I always search for new ways, and also with my clients, I search and I want to do good. And, you know, it's really kind of, yes, but it's a bit like out of it's not good enough or it's not enough. And through this process, what happened, I relaxed, and I gotten freer and clearer without trying to know.
You
And
got
not that it always I have to kind of remember it, because I fall into it often again, of course. But yeah, I was it was out of relaxation came clarity. And the voice scratching is not that strong anymore. It's there, but something is changing. It just freed up. I wasn't in doing mode all the time. Or
I'm so thankful to you to say those words, because I think, Susan, now what you are doing now is that you speak for so many of us, like by saying we feel that we are not enough, we self-judge ourselves, we are like going in the curve of perfection, and like, I must be better. So I think many of the listeners can relate to that. I can relate to that very deeply. So I'm really happy that you are saying that you became more relaxed, and out of relaxation came clarity and kind of freedom in the voice. So I think, one of the main axis of our work is to get back the body, to reconquer the body. And so and you are a body worker, so you are a lot in your body, but also in terms of sound and voice, the more you get back to the body, more this relaxation can happen, and more this clarity, as you are saying, clarity and freedom. Cool.
And it became more, I became more, I kind of regained my power again.
So happy to hear that.
Yes. It's funny because I also, I'm writing now I'm rewriting programs for my clients as well, and I was stuck for a long time because I felt it's not. I'm not ready to put words to it. I'm not. Is it? It doesn't make sense. Oh, this exists already. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter right now. My offering is what my offering is, and I trust that, and the rest is anyways in collaboration with my clients. So I don't have the solution, but I have tools.
And you have your beautiful personality, which I sense, like even now you are talking. The other time you were talking about clarity and relaxation and freedom, all kinds of body sensations just come in me. The way you transfer this is a huge value. And this is maybe something that many of us, included me, don't tend to see or don't tend to believe, that you are just enough the way you are, because there is not another Susan Tomasko in this world. There's not another human being who can transfer this, maybe not new messages from the world in this specific way. So I think, and I'm so much feeling a kind of deep sisterhood here, because I've been through the same process, and I am actually processing this still. And you and your presence, Susan, it was a gift for me, because you, from this deep sensitive place, from this deep core essence space, you could really first transfer these messages in this conversation, and also during our time together during these 6 weeks, with your videos and with your feedback and with your presence on camera. It was just such a big contribution to me personally and to the group. So you can just ask anyone in this wonderful sisterhood that I think each of you counted a lot. There's not another like you or like me or like Krista or like classmates. So I'm really deeply moved by your words and by your energy here. And if I am probably your clients and anyone who wants to work with Susan Tomasko, who is a certificate life coach and holistic body worker, probably they feel as well.
I'll do my best.
Of course, oh, we all.
I'm still getting a little bit flustered by hearing these words, but I think that's my lifelong journey.
Yes, and we had the chance to meet in person after the course.
Mhm.
It's so wonderful again to,
Yes.
because this is specifically for, it's an online course, and I know that teaching for 4 years now online, I know that love and energy goes through the camera, but still it was very beautiful to meet you in person.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so I'm really, really still feeling honored that you're here in my tribe. And so if maybe there is something you want to share with the listeners, anything about the course or anything about the work we have done together, or if
Mhm. Well, my appreciation goes to you, Bea. I mean, for the first moment we met, it was just this. It wasn't.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
And I think no matter on what journey we are, we all find something very, very valuable in your approach and in your course. And what I also found, it is specifically for women, right?
Yes, for now,
Yes,
although I
for
got
now.
I got a lot of messages from them. Why just me? So I'm
Yes, would
there.
be great for men as well.
I know. I'm getting,
And the themes are not so different. I mean, they're a little
yeah,
bit different, but we're
exactly.
also confused, in these times, like who we are. And I think it's really the first step that we can do if we're confused with the outside world, to get in and to work with ourselves. And I think you do a wonderful job to become more courageous, become, I think you're such a dynamic, sensitive at the same time person, that it's just, I mean, online or in
Mhm.
person, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I
Thank
think it's I I don't think I can put it all in words. I
you.
think it's very valuable. It's very, anybody that needs to or wants to, whether it's for voice, but most of the time you come for a voice workshop and you end up actually going on a soul workshop.
Oh yeah, it's, oh, I'm so,
So
yeah, I'm so
it's,
happy you pointed this out, because
yeah.
I've been thinking a lot of what to say in my message to
Mhm.
bring people into my circle, because in the moment we are working with the voice, it's never just voice, especially in my case, because I tend to work with people like you who are like, have this channel and sensitivity and courage to go layers deeper down. And voice is like, it's always happening in the body, but it goes beyond our boundaries of
Mhm.
the body. So it's really an energetic work as well.
But I also think it is for anybody. I don't, I think the techniques are accessible. I mean, they're simple enough, even though they're a bit difficult sometimes physically.
Yeah, I know.
But they are doable, and I think the space you create, that everybody comes with what they have and do as much as they can.
Mhm. Yes.
So I think it's very inclusive. It's beautiful. I think there's and it's very powerful at the same time.
Mm.
Mhm.
Lesson from receiving from me, all of you,
Are
my,
you?
yeah, I'm still getting there. I'm trying my best, as you're saying. My dear Susan, it's such a joy and a deep, deep appreciation, your presence. So I'm really thankful for you, for your
Same.
words, energy. And from the first moment on, it's like a heart connection. So I'm really, really thankful to you. And also to anybody who wants to look for Susan's work, I think they can find, we put the links under the recording. And so I hope to welcome you in another time in person
Absolutely. In Switzerland.
in Switzerland
Yeah, we
also.
have to get you here.
Yeah, so let me tell you, köszönöm szépen, dankeschön, sorry, dankeschön, right? It's Switzerland also, dankeschön. Yeah.
Oder danke.
Say it again.
Danke. Danke.
Danke.
It's very simple.
Yeah,
Swiss
danke,
German is
köszönöm
very
szépen.
simple.
Let's say köszönöm szépen, which is our Hungarian roots. And thank you
Köszönöm.
very much for your beautiful, beautiful thoughts put into words and your beautiful energy, which still stays with me. in my heart. So thank you, Susan. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, Bea. Köszönöm szépen.
Köszönöm.
Szia!
Szia.